The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s. South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy FI series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
And stay tuned right now for those two characters of many characters, CBS Radio's Bob and Ray.
And now, Bob, Elliott, and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome again to the Bob and Ray Show. A real full one today. With a lot of clients and some interesting features, we think. Some conversation that should be sparkling and pleasant. And maybe educational.
I think you fooled them all, Victor Bruce Cowan. That was Bob's substitute, and we gave him an extra on the air.
Bruce, will you?
Test.
Okay, Bob. How are you? It's getting better, isn't it?
I thought it was great, Bob. Had you fooled out there, didn't we?
You notice I'm wearing business suits now, no more sport clothes like you told me.
Great. You're coming through very, very well, Vic. You're going to make the scene here at Bob and Ray, I'm sure.
I think we're going to be pretty well interchangeable here by the end of the week more practice.
Yes, I think we're going to be thick as thieves. Oh, that's a bad thing to say. I think we're going to get along fine, Vic. And,
thanks, Ray. I'm back here in the audience now.
Good. Good boy.
Here's Webley Webster, ladies and gentlemen, first on our star roster today, and what's new with you?
Well, very little, Bob. Just an idle question I might like to ask you.
Yeah, let me fix there. Your sleeve is on fire.
Oh, thank you.
Idle question, what?
I wanted to ask you when we're going to air jealousy. And while you're thinking of an answer to that, I'd like to remind everybody that my coming out party is due up in a week.
Coming out party? What's that?
Well, I like to come out in March.
Well, that's for girls, for Debs. You know, it's not, you mean you're just going to come out of the hotel? Or
no, it's a party. I come through the curtains, and then I'm officially out for the spring and summer season.
Out through what curtain?
At the Waldorf Astoria. They got curtains over there.
You're not still living over there.
I certainly am. We're living over there.
You mean they haven't caught up with you after all these months?
No, but I'm paying my bills. I don't owe them a cent.
You mean you're
not
clear with them?
Red cent, huh?
You're clear with them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've paid them in checks.
Oh, well, there's the rub. You don't have anything to back the checks up with, do you?
Well, I want you to come on by. I'm going to have a lot of the folks, the Cafe Society there. A lot of those midnightums are going to be there. And
when's this going to be, so I can make a note of it?
I haven't made up my mind. I don't know whether to have it next week or the week after, or wait for the 21st of March.
Why would you have it on the 21st?
Well, that's officially the first day of spring.
Yeah. Well, when you decide, let us know. We'll announce it.
Good. Bob, can I have some of those Fritos?
You certainly can. Take a generous handful from our Frito bowl.
I'll put them in my pocket, and then I'll save them for my coming out party.
Munchy, 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 munchy Fritos, corn chips.
Yes, sir, Fritos corn chips, fresh as spring itself. We were just speaking of that, and it seemed appropriate to kind of give you a springtime gift. Fritos have attached a free package of flower seeds on their large bags as their salute to spring. And And here's Ray to tell you more about it.
Well, hey, that's a pretty good idea for those of you who have a little land, like to plant flowers. That's a factor now, and there's nothing for you to mail in. You just buy a large bag of Fritos, and there, right on the bag, is your free package of flower seeds. And they're the finest seeds you could get anywhere, genuine burpee seeds. And there are 3 varieties. There are beautiful zinnias, there are snapdragons, or petunias. So get yours while they last. Free flower seeds on a large bag of Fritos corn chips.
Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos corn chips. It's not polite, it smacks your lips, but you can't help it with Fritos corn chips. Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos corn chips.
And now, as a sustaining feature again, we bring you One Fella's Family. Today's episode, entitled Jack's Friends, is taken from Book 11, or XI, Chapter V, or 5, pages 11 through 14. It's 8:30 in the evening now as we look in on the family. Mother and Father are listening to the radio. And
Sandy, do you happen to know what time it is?
About 8:30.
Yes. I left my watch upstairs. That should be time for our favorite program.
Yes, just about time.
Funny, this radio hasn't been working very well the past few days.
We interrupt this radio that hasn't been working very well the last few days.
Oh, it's working now, very well.
Make this announcement from our newsroom. There's been a
It's the
holdup
news bulletin,
downtown at the, what bank was that?
First National.
First National. And,
Working fine,
the
Sandy.
criminals, or those who perpetrated the holdup or robbery, as the case may be, are believed to be heading out towards the One Fella's family's house. And now back to our program that we didn't schedule originally in this spot.
That must be that new announcer they have down at the local station.
Terrible, terrible, terrible sound.
Hear that, Sandy? There's been a bank robbery, and the robbers
Jack's
are on the way. Oh,
Just heard his car pull out.
oh, be good to see Jack again. You've been away on another business trip, I understand.
I did. That's what he told us.
Hello, Jack. Welcome home.
Who's
Eh?
that?
Oh, that's Dad.
Oh,
Dad, I'd like to have you meet a friend of mine, Legs Akimbo.
come on, let's...
Very glad to hear it.
Stella?
Yeah, right over through here.
Well,
Never seen that friend of his before.
No. Won't you sit down and have a little hot tea with us?
Yes, have some refreshments with us, some
Yeah.
Fritos and tea or something.
Yes, won't you?
No, lady, we just ate. We're not hungry.
Jack, what have you been doing with yourself on this business trip?
Oh, we had a very, okay.
Look, Ma, Pa, I do the talking for the two of us, you know.
Way for that boy to act?
I do the talking, I said, for the two of us.
Well, what do you want to say?
That a real diamond you got on there, lady?
Yes, it's a real diamond.
It's Mother's engagement ring.
Walk it over.
What's the meaning of this?
Well, Jack.
Well, you see, the meaning of it is that...
I don't understand that you, honestly, such friends.
Look, Fanny, coming up the front walk. The police.
Come on, Legs, let's go.
You have been listening to One Fella's Family, a sustaining feature here on the Bob and Ray Show. Today's episode, entitled Jack's Friends, was taken from Chapter XI or 11, page or Book 5 or V, and pages 11 through 14. One Fella's Family is written and produced by T. Wilson Messer. This is an SE production.
next Celebrity Spotlight and tonight's guest, the very Honorable J. Horton J. Babcock. Could you tell us what the honorable title represents?
To tell the truth, it doesn't stand for anything. I just like the sound of it.
Oh, you're not attached to the government or anything?
No. Whatever gave you that idea?
That was just a hunch. Mr. Babcock, I understand you hold a unique position in the broadcasting field.
Yes. I wait out in the wings of CBS Radio's Face the Nation studio each week. And if the one they plan to interview doesn't show up, I go on and the panel grills me.
Kind of a standby in a way there. How many times has this happened?
Well, it's bound to happen sometime. And I've got my topic all picked out, too. It's Let's Get the Marines Out of Nicaragua.
Well, isn't that kind of a dead issue these days?
Well, you can't tell. Maybe people will get interested in it again, and it could be a red-hot issue.
All right, well, thanks for joining us tonight.
Good night, and be listening for me.
We'll keep our ears peeled.
Wally Ballou is down in Florida. We assume he's at Cape Canaveral or thereabouts, live on tape. Come in, please.
Canaveral and winner of 17 Diction Awards, greeting you from the site of a new launching, which we'll be witnessing in just a few minutes. For obvious reasons, we can't give the scientist's name, but standing with me is a man we'll call Professor X. And he's going to explain a little bit about his part in this scientific work taking place right here.
Thank you. My name is Gordon Red Myers, popularly known as Professor X. Mr. Ballou, my duties here at Canaveral end at 80, countdown 80. And as you can see, they're well beyond that. They're down around 40 somewhere now. And I think you're going to be in for another shot.
Well, what happens when when the countdown gets to 80 and your work is done?
My work is done. Well, I go out and I sell hot dogs to the crowds, and different things like that.
Refreshments in general, and that's why you have Professor...
Get your red-hot hot dogs, buddy. You only have a few seconds left.
They're getting ready for the shoot now. And Professor X is busily engaged selling hot dogs.
All you cameramen, want a red-hot?
And
get your hot dogs. You don't have too many seconds left. Well, hurry up now.
Sentry on the gate is locking the gate
with
now.
or without?
I'll have mustard on mine, Professor.
Good. Stand by, you see, so better hurry up, folks. Oh, you only got 2 minutes to get your hot dogs. Let's go now.
Well, that's plenty of time for a red hot.
Get your hot dogs here.
Wonder if I could have a well-done hamburger while I'm waiting, too, Professor.
Sure.
Down to 30 now.
Put one on. 25 seconds. See, hurry up. You only have 25 seconds, folks.
Now the reporters are clamoring around Professor X.
All you astronauts who are going aboard, you better get yours now.
And they're enjoying their last refreshments here.
Down to 11, folks. I'm sorry. It's too late. I cannot take any more orders.
Now he cannot take any more orders. He's closing the stand.
10, 1, 0. Okay, get your red hot.
Now he's opened it up again, and this is Wally Ballou
Watch the
from...
missile in the sky and eat a hot dog.
Nice coverage, Wally. Now important news about fast relief for cold misery.
Well, that kind of news is always important, especially when it comes from 4-way cold tablets.
Meet lovely Hollywood star Mona Freeman.
Hello. All of us in motion pictures simply dread colds. Imagine trying to give a top performance with head and body aching and that awful feverish feeling. I have to fight cold miseries fast.
How do you do that, Miss Freeman?
At the first sign of a cold, I take marvelous 4-way cold tablets. 4-way's the fast way to relieve cold distress, even of nasty virus colds.
You're right. Clinical tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. In minutes, 4-way's exclusive formula speeds wonderful pain reliever into your bloodstream and all through your body. In the same time, the other leading brands showed no trace of pain-relieving medicines. None of the other leading cold tablets, only 4-way, started so fast to relieve all these cold miseries.
Relieves muscular pains, headache.
Reduces fever.
Calms upset stomach.
Also overcomes irregularity. Get 4-way cold tablets today, the fast way to relieve those nasty cold miseries so you begin to feel better right away. 4-way, only 29 cents.
We just about run out of time for another day, I guess. Mary, we'd like to have you here tomorrow. I want to talk over your
All right, I'll be here, certainly. Thank you very much. That was a very interesting broadcast.
Quite scientific,
yes.
I think.
But we must run now. We'll be back, though, with our so-longs in just 10 seconds.
And just thanks to all of you radio columnists for the nice things you've been saying about us.
Good. And until tomorrow, this is Ray Goulding reminding you all to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumb.
Forget it, man.
This is the CBS Radio Network. This is KCBS AM/FM San Francisco. CBS AM/FM San Francisco.